y'all on a motherfucking boat and that bitch started to go down like the Titanic and there was only a certain number of lifeboats, they gonna say women and children first. And if you a nigga, if you say, hell no, man, I'm getting the boat first, immediately you're gonna be judged. Just because you value your life over allowing a bitch and a baby to live over you, women don't have them kind of problems. We ain't asked to sacrifice our life because we are a certain gender. We ask that in situations where it's a choice. The world places a burden on men just for being a man.
Shoot, that ain't nothing. A lot of these brothers get judged just because their woman took out the garbage because she was the one at home all day and had the audacity to be considerate enough to say, I'll take this garbage out and I'll clean up around the house because I'm actually here while he's working 2 shifts. Her family, her mama, her grandma, whoever, they be at that house and they'll judge that man like a mother sucker because she took out the garbage. Let alone she make a financial mistake and they look right at him. How did you let this happen in your house? Oh, yeah. Oh, and remember, we so equal in this world. Don't let a man sit in the car while his woman pump gas. Oh, man. Oh, no.
We will not have it. I said we will not have it.
What's understood never really has to be explained. This is why you had something for decades and decades and centuries called spoils of war. Spoils of war, what that was usually women and children or whatever it was that another kingdom conquered. So if a king and a kingdom overtook another, they had bragging rights. They had something called spoils of war. And so they took your children, they took your women as bragging rights, and they made them whatever the heck they wanted to make them, because that was they spoiled. It wasn't nothing good. It was nothing good at all. And so this world understands, in Babylon, they understand this, they get this. They get what these pawns of women who destroy their so-called black men, who destroy their houses, who break up stuff, what you're doing thinking you're getting a check. Babylon understands what's going on. You don't. And so what you'll continue to see is elements in the earth of entities above you who will constantly show you and prove you that what they're saying to you women is, we don't take you seriously. And really, intrinsically, that's how it's supposed to be all across the board, even with us. We only are supposed to take you serious to a certain extent, based off what you show us. If you ain't showing us nothing that's on a higher level and instead on a baser level, then we're not supposed to take you serious at all. Because we really, the way y'all looking at us, we can easily look at y'all the same way and say, well, White Zaddy ain't taking them serious. He using them as pawns. Maybe we ought to move a certain way and this, that, the other. But because we move with our hearts and we take care no matter what, you take advantage of it. You think you're supposed to get paid for being our wives. You think you're supposed to get paid for our children. And then you take a severance package and destroy the whole family. So for the most part, us as so-called black men, we eventually figure things out because we have no choice. We come out here into this mean world. We compete. We go to a job every day. We deal with having no choice. I was talking to some coworkers the other day, and we had a good talk. And I said to them, we competing with each other every day. Raises, promotions, whatever, whether we want to or not, whether we want to be cool or not. We might get in our feelings because you got something I didn't get or whatever. But that's the world. And we can't throw on 5-inch heels and makeup and all this other little stuff. We come out here as the person we are. But y'all women, man, y'all don't understand the entitlement that comes with who you are because of what men have sacrificed to build the infrastructure. What men have sacrificed to even trust to give his children to your womb. And you can act however you act the minute you realize you're pregnant. And understand, most of you act crazy. Most of you, the second that you get a child in you, you feel like you've accomplished everything possible. Because what's happening in you? You're telling the truth. And at the same time, you're a thief and a cheater. That's what cheating really is. Try to take the blueprint of a man because you were close enough to him to get his head, his mind, and his thoughts, and then run with it because you think I have his thoughts. I have his blueprint. I have his children, his DNA. I can go run, be with any other Negro that I really want to be with, and I can get ahead of that man with his seed. That would be cheating. That's what cheating does. It gets you ahead. That's why you cheat on tests, to get an A and not an F. That's why you cheat in sports, to win the championship and not lose. But see, y'all try to make this emotional tie. Nothing more emotional than a man trusting you with his seed and then you run off and do whatever the heck you want to do. So again, since you can't keep families together and you don't like the makeup of a man, why even, why should anyone even take you serious? Because the second that you're in your feelings and you get into your vindictive petty mode, you're willing to go shake hands with the very person that you act like you're so pro-black against. It's funny to me how everybody's so up in arms with this Alabama thing, but I don't need y'all to be I don't need you to be together on that dock. Be together inside your house. Be together inside your house. The dock don't mean nothing if you can't be together inside the house. You see how that works? But at the end of the day, great things that this young lady was just saying before I started speaking. And at the end of the day, hey, when you're dealing with overgrown children with breasts, you just can't take the mug serious. Brothers, you're going to have to focus. Don't care what you didn't know before. Take it in now. And by all means, protect your seed. Because at the end of the day, your seed, your energy, your life spark that comes out of you is one of the most coveted, most priceless things that you could ever imagine in this earth. It's coveted. And that's why you got to protect the royal seed. You got to protect it with your life. Even with some of these broads out here, you got to protect your seed. It ain't no need to be trying to fall in love and all that foolishness. That's Walt Disney classics. Lock in on your purpose. Build yourself up. That's what you use your 20s and your 30s for. I don't care what they want to say. Oh, it's something wrong if he's 35 and he had no children yet, or even 40 and he had no children yet. You need about that long to understand what this world is really on. And they're on robbing you. You 9 times out of 10, you figured it out by the time you're 40. Now you can have children. Don't listen to these broads. Because a lot of them ain't trying to do nothing but use these tactics to manipulate you to feel some type of way to go ahead and release your seed to them. Because they understand intrinsically what's going on. I was talking to a couple of women today. It ain't the first time I've ever had this conversation with women, because I've talked to women, and I shared that with one of the women today. She said she's got a degree in biology, but has nothing to do with the degree right now, but pretty much brag. So she's working at your local retail store. I know a doctor, someone who got their doctorate and was busting tables because the degree wasn't in demand. And that's what a lot of these women do. They just get paper and get in debt to fall right in line so they can say they accomplished something, so you won't look at them a certain way, so they won't look like they from the hood, so they won't look as bad as some of these brothers look. But at the end of the day, a lot of them understand they've given all their years and missed their window to have children. And so again, women and men age differently unless you're going to actually work together, because you can work together from youth and actually go somewhere. But a lot of you hypergamous women, you don't want to do your age when he's at the bottom or he's at his building place. Because listen, graduating at 18 or even 17, some people 19, you are not at your place to provide for everybody and a plethora of people as a man. You need your 20s to knock your head, to learn some things. And unless you as a young lady gonna come in here in the door and go through that with him, it ain't no point of having mouth and saying this, that, other. You are in your 20s and 30s. Yes, you can pick an older man who can actually take care of you, and you can have your babies in your prime. But that man in the same age range, he is building and learning this world and what they own against him.
Be gone. Be gone.
I'm up out of here. I ain't gonna play with her. I'm out, baby. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell.